Hey everyone, welcome back. Tonight we're going to be doing Tom Ford Private Blend Plum Japonais. It came out in 2013. I liked it when I first smelled it. I've got my little Nordstrom decant here I've been sitting on for a couple months. I like the fragrance. You can tell by my tone there's a butt coming. You're correct, viewer, there is a butt coming. I'm just going to spray it on just to remind myself, but the notes themselves, the big ones are plum, oud, cinnamon, amber, fir balsam. I'm just going to go ahead and read it to you. This one, it's not as easy to memorize. You've got some saffron, some various floral, immortelle, plum blossom, vanilla. You've got liquor notes, pine and fir. Sounds good. Tom Ford, I don't know, he likes to throw oud and things they don't belong in sometimes. This is classified as a floral fruity, but I don't know, oud's the second note. Was that a good idea? I don't know. Let's remind myself. Here we go. All right, let it dry down for a second. Yeah, I can smell the oud for sure. Do I think the oud was a good idea? No. I mean, the oud, yes, there's plum in Plum Japonais. We'll start with the plum. There's definitely that plum. It's a purple, succulent plum. The plum's very good. I like plum, but there's a but coming. Yes, the oud. I mean, it's a skanky oud. Dare I almost say animalic. I get the cinnamon. I kind of get the cinnamon liquor note. It kind of comes together. It's kind of boozy. I mean, I like it. It's kind of an oriental, kind of sexy. This is kind of feminine. Excuse me, itching my nose. It definitely leans feminine. Guys, of course, can wear this. The whole Tom Ford Private Blend is unisex, but there's some obvious picks that lean one way or the other. I don't think a lady would wear tobacco oud intense or anything. So this leans feminine. A guy could definitely wear it. I mean, if you're willing to wear, Black Orchid, if you're willing to wear Black Orchid. Sorry, I cut right there. I had a brain fart and literally just forgot what I was going to say. I'm like, what was that one that all the guys like that's floral? Anyways, Black Orchid's good. This is better. You can smell the floral note. It's kind of soapy. The Immortelle, I don't really like Immortelle as a note, personally. There's a little bit of boozy. I think this fragrance would do a lot better without the oud. I think the oud was not a good idea. You know, there's a time and a place for oud. Oud's a good note. You know, I'm kind of ambivalent, like, I'm neutral with oud. In some things it's good, in some things it's bad. You know, they use a heavy dose of oud and a lot of Nasamato. In this one, what it could have been, what it should have been, as kind of an oriental, kind of sexy. It's floral fruity. They don't even put the word oriental. Like, there's so many just bang on oriental notes in here. Because this is what it is in my head, floral fruity. I mean, it's got fruit in here, but it's not like tutti fruity. It's nothing like some of the zoologist releases that are like just blatantly, mouth-wateringly fruity. That oud just makes it skanky. I don't like. I like when I first started this video, I'm like, yeah, I kind of remember myself liking it. And then I'm like, but why didn't I use this? Why didn't I work through more of the decant by one spray? And I'm like, oh, that's why, the oud. This would have been so much better without it. It really is a shame. The plum and the plum blossom, I think plum's a super good note. It's a really good note in fragrances. I like it a lot. I think it's an innovative note, and it's in a lot of fragrances that I like. It's good, but in this fragrance, the oud's just kind of there, and it's this kind of just moist, skanky oud. It's nothing like the kind of dry, stringent kind of. I think the drier the oud, typically the better it is, but when they kind of make it like this skanky animalic oud, I kind of get what they were going for. And Tom Ford fragrances, they like to be kind of scandalous and things like that. And I guess maybe they could have added a more animalic note rather than just the oud. Like if they, because I really like Tom Ford Castoreum. I like it in Tobacco Oud Intense. I really like the Castoreum note in that. I love the Castoreum note in Chanel and Teus. Maybe adding that could have been a little better. something richer, something that doesn't just kind of moisten and skankify. That's not a word. I know the plum, because it's a shame, because this could have been so good. It really could have, because I want to like it. I really want to like it. The oud has just completely ruined it. The boozy note is, it's ambiguously boozy. It could be anything, really. Some people are like, is it whiskey? Is it bourbon? Cognac? It's kind of a little bit of, it could be anything, really. It could be wine. I think there's a wine note in Barrel Wanda. Not many people talk about that, but I pick up a wine note in Barrel Wanda. Yeah, you get the cinnamon in there. Yeah, you get the fruitiness, the floralness. The kind of gourmandy aspects that the cinnamon and vanilla bring in. Like, there's a little bit of gourmandy to it, but I mean, I've already beaten it to death why this fragrance is not good in my book. They wanted to be scandalous and upscale and fancy, and let's just use oud. That kind of does that. Like, people just throw in oud to be fancy and, spice things up. And it's like, there's a time and a place, and you want really like oud dedicated fragrances that have the oud in it. You don't just want to like add it into a fragrance that has a clear direction and intent. It was really stupid. I don't know why they did this. But the good news, bad news, is that this does not last a very long time. Low performance, low sillage, low longevity. This becomes a skin scent very quickly, which is interesting, because you would think kind of this loud, scandalous, skanky, oudy thing would be much louder, but it's not. It stays very close to the skin. It's a scrubber. This is a scrubber. It really is. I feel bad for saying it, and I feel like such a hypocrite, because I went into this interview like, yeah, I remember it being super good. No, it sucks. It's really bad. It's a scrubber. I'll just have to do a giveaway for this. If anyone wants Plum Japonais. Until next time, guys, thank you.